Can you answer the question who Francie Fairchild is? Let me know in the comments if you have a Francie at home. I'm Busy Bee from Germany. This is my channel. I'm a long-time collector and a Barbie dog for almost 10 years. But this week I would like to show you more the collector side of me here on my channel. So this is Barbie and this is Francie. Francie is a 1/4 inch smaller than Barbie and her proportions are a little bit different. Let me show you this now. As you can see, her proportions are a little bit different than Francie's proportions. So Francie has smaller hips and her breasts are a little bit smaller than Barbie's. And Barbie's hips are a little bit wider. She has more of a curve. So, and Francie is the cousin of Barbie, who was introduced to the Barbie family in 1966, and she came just right as a counterpart for the British invasion. She represents the British side of the Barbie family with the groovy 60s Beatles stuff, and she just came right when she was introduced, so that she could play a very different role than Barbie in the Barbie family. Barbie is a little bit more sophisticated concerning her clothes, and Francie is the teenager. She is wild, she is modern, she loves everything that comes from the British Islands, and that's exactly the way how she was dressed by Mattel. So I wanted to do this video for a long time because I'm a really big fan of Francie, but the problem was I had only a few dots. I have not very much, but I'm doing this now and I don't care really if I have them all or not, but I just wanted to do this video, and I would like to start to talk about Francie with introducing to you my two straight legs Francies. So they have straight legs, you can't bend the legs, you can't move the waist. So these two are stiff. They are the very early ones. They were introduced in 1966, and that's why they are not movable. So this is from the era when vintage Barbie ended and Francie came in, and the first models of Francie have no bendable legs and straight hips, so you can't move her torso in any direction you want. The movability of them is limited, but nevertheless I really like them because they are the first ones, and everybody wants to have straight leg Francies. So my blonde straight leg Francie has some markings on her because she's my model for designing clothes. So don't be astonished why she's looking that's the way she is at the moment, but she's my model for making clothes when I design for Francie. So this is my bent leg Francie. She's the only so-called bent leg Francie I have. She is wearing an outfit that is called Style Setters. She's wearing one of the very few outfits I have for my Francies. I don't have lots of outfits. That's why I design myself. So the outfits are so expensive when they are offered that you don't want to buy them. That's the reason why I design myself. And she was the first one I found here in Germany on a flea market. She was the first Francie I ever found, and that's how my love for Francie started. I had her for over a decade and she was an only child, so to call, but then she got some sisters and she's very special to me because she was my very first one, and I really appreciate that I found her on a flea market. So that's how it all started with this Francie here. This here is my only short flip Francie. She came in 2021 to me. I always wanted to have one, but I never had the chance to buy one before, so I used this chance to buy her. She, as an opposite to my straight leg Francies, can move her legs, and she has a movable hip so that you can move her a little bit more than the straight leg Francies. I really like her hairstyle because she's the 70s reincarnation for me. It's the really bang, you know, big hair. And that's why I'm really glad that I have one in my collection now. This is my growing hair Francie from 1971. She was the successor of the short flip Francie. Came out about a year later, approximately. And the first Francie that had a function. So you could move her. You can put her tail out, and then it goes back in. The function still works here on this Francie. I've already taped it for another video, which I'm going to link you above. And she was also a big success like the other Francies. Francie was always very popular when she was on the market for only 10 years. And she was one of the early 70s dolls. Very popular, but I think in the meantime they are hard to find because of their popularity. She is also a bent leg body so that you can move her knees and her hips. And what makes them special for me in a certain kind is that they have a mechanism. I love dolls with mechanisms that you can test and you can play with. You know me, I'm a little bit of a child loving to test everything here and there. Here you see my two Malibu Barbies. Malibu is one of the last Barbies that was produced with a regular box. After that we have a baggy Francie and Casey, as far as I know. So they were sold only in bags to make the production costs lower. But these are the last two that I know that were produced in a regular box. So, and you can see the facial expression is very different on these dolls than the ones you have seen before, because they changed her face. So maybe you are missing the no bangs Francie, and I have to be honest, I don't have a no bangs Francie yet. I only have the reproduction of her that was available in 2008, 2009, over a decade ago. And this is going to be my personal next No Bangs Francie project. I finally got a body for her. I think I showed you to her in 2019 already, but I had difficulties to find a body for her because I want to make her a No Bangs Francie. That's going to be one of my next projects, one of the next big projects that you are going to see here. And I wanted to show her because I think she's lovely, and I just finished her dress. And let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is it a good project? Is it a bad project? Let me know in the comments below. So you probably know that this is a reproduction. I wanted to have at least one black Francie. The original is so expensive at the moment that you can't afford them, but I wanted to have at least one black Francie, and she came out in 2012 and I bought her immediately. She's the only repro together with the No Banks Francie that I have. I normally don't buy any repros because I don't like them, but somehow I liked her and that's how she came to me. And I'm glad that I bought her. Let me know if you have a Fuchsia and Fur Francie in your collection too. So I hope you like my little presentation of my Francies. Let me know in the comments below, when was your contact with Francie? Did you ever have contact with Francie before, or was my video the first contact with Francie Fairchild for you? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you like my little video, you share, like and subscribe. See you in the next weeks. Your Busy Bee from Germany. Bye!